Hi YouTube, this is Darkon633 and we're taking a look at another Transformers review. This time we're going to take a look at Warrior Class Starscream that was released exclusively in the Clash of the Transformers sub-brand in Toysrus. Now this is actually a character that has appeared on the show quite recently, at least in Canada. I'm not sure how far the US airings for the show is currently, but this is actually the same character that was seen in Transformers Prime for those who don't know. This is actually a pretty cool figure, although it's definitely not the most complex I've seen. It's still pretty good Starscream in both lightness and just the overall design. It's a pretty cool looking figure. We're going to take a look at the box first. The box shows a profile picture of Starscream there. The logo for the Clash of the Transformers. His vehicle mode, and shows that it is only a Toys R Us. On the back, it pretty much shows just the transformations and the app. So that's pretty much it. As a comparison, here is Starscream compared to his older counterpart, which clearly shows just how much engineering has changed for Transformers over the years. And while this Starscream is an okay Starscream on its own, it's nowhere near complex to what we've seen in the Transformers Prime toyline, which is kind of a shame, but things have changed quite a bit over time. Now we're going to take a look at Starscream more closely. Articulation-wise, the head is on a swivel. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of movement you're going to get because of the really tight joint. He does have swivels at the shoulders, but it does get quite hindered because of the back wing pieces. Unfortunately, he only has outward shoulder movements with no swivels. Ball joints at the elbows, and wrists can kind of be articulated due to transformation. He's got ball joints at the hips, but no other points in the waist. He does have swivels at the thighs, but it only goes that far. Technically double jointed knees because of the transformation, and his feet contain of it, and that's pretty much all you're going to get. So now we're going to look at the weapons. The weapons are these two null rays, which can be planted on the side of his arms, or you can let him carry it, which in my opinion just doesn't really work for this particular character, and it looks a lot better when you place it onto the sides. So that's pretty much it in terms of what it can do in robot mode. Now to transform, we're going to take away his weapons, collapse the hands, since it'll be a lot easier to do this first before anything else. And what we're going to do is pull this component over, and now we got the back piece unlocked, and this will form the front of the nose cone for his jet. So that's pretty cool. What we're going to do next is just push these off to the side, since it makes it a lot easier with a lot more clearance. We're going to plug this together, so it looks like this. Collapse the feet. We're going to keep it just a little bit because we need to put a little bit of clearance for the back part of the legs here. And this, unfortunately, is where the toy is most hollow. We're going to push in the legs, so now they collapse in. It does have some problems with the ball joints popping up quite a bit on mine for some reason, but once you get it done, it does stay in pretty decently, so it looks like this. Just close it off. And then we're going to push these legs inside the little cavity there. So now it's got more secured in there. We're going to push these pieces down. So it looks like this. And these will actually stay positioned there. And they'll peg onto the sides here. So you hear them snap on both sides. So now we're going to take the arms and plug them onto the sides there. So they plug in. So now, to finish off the transformation, we're going to push in the wings, and there we have Starscream in his jet mode. Now, just looking at it, it is a pretty good looking Starscream. It's got a pretty standard look for a jet for Starscream, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it does not feature any landing gear, and it has a lot of kibble underneath, but that's just something to be expected for a lot of jet transformers. The null ray cannons can be placed in several different areas, but it's probably best to just keep them on the sides here. So now you got him fully armored up. And that's pretty much it for the jet mode, even though it does look really nice. We'll now move on to my final thoughts. For a Starscream figure, I still think this is pretty decent, but by no means is it a really amazing figure for what it does. It's pretty simple in transformation, and it's got a lot of QC issues with mine, and it just seems like things don't like to put into place at times, and the really loose ball joints at the hips are a real problem in my opinion. Hopefully your copy will be better, but I still think this is a recommended figure to get a hold of. I got this at Toysrus, and it's unfortunately the only way to get a hold of it. If you cannot find it in stores, I think it was still available at toysrus.com, but I still recommend getting this figure, since it is a pretty cool looking Starscream. Anyways, please comment and subscribe and check out Hirotaku and Hero Club. Also check me on Twitter under Darkon633, and don't forget to check the channels down below. I'm back with more Transformers reviews, but for now, we see you YouTube. Bye.